For the records, a whole president put his presidency online to fight Galamsey. He failed, but he did not resign. A minister of state said he was not thinking right in procuring vaccines. He did not resign. The former minister for communication signed opaque deals. Kenny GVG, Smart Infraco, Ascent Ghana, and the rest. He never resigned. Nobody called on him to resign. How do you call on a minister who has achieved such in just a little over 8 months to resign? We call on Ghanaians to disregard the call on the minister to resign and rally behind him in his attempt to look for better deals in the communication space. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. My name is Kweku Sechedan. So 2 quick questions. Just to find out, this whole multi-choice brouhaha, was the committee involved initially in this whole thing, and is the majority side of the committee okay with the crusade to reduce the whole thing to 30%? Are you okay with it? Thank you.
Any other? Any more questions, please?
You can use somebody.
Use the mic.
My name is. My name is Colin Strapon from Joy. You made mention of the fact that the committee has invited multi-choice to come for a dialogue to resolve the situation. I want to find out what are the timelines, when are they expected to appear before the committee?
You take one more so that we can address.
I will take it from where my colleague left off. My name is Ohenian Ponsa. I'm what I do. Why is the committee now inviting the 2 parties who are involved in this brouhaha when the issue has been dragging for a very long time? And then also, you made mention of the fact that you are stepping in to solve the matter. Ghanaians and people who have spoken against the minister alluded to the fact that the minister was categorical in his statement when he says he was actually calling for a reduction and not service upgrade. What would you say about that? Thank you.
Okay, let's give room for responses.
Thank you so much. The first question is about the involvement of the committee in the whole matter. Committees of Parliament are not micromanagers. We don't just jump into activities of the ministries, departments, and agencies. We allow them to play out. It is only when we see that there was a need, deadlock, that's when you come in. In the initial stages, we got in touch with the ministry. They stated their position. The committee also got in touch with multi-choice. A meeting was actually slated to be held. And then something else cropped up. The minister gave us assurances that they will come back to us. Then they reached an agreement. We were sure the agreement was an agreement between the 2 sides because in the particular meeting that announced this bouquet, multi-choice and co were there. So parliamentary committees are not managers of the agencies. We offer oversight, and we think that this is the right time to offer that oversight. Then, yes, we are in agreement with the reductions being sought by the minister, and that we believe that it's value for money, so we support the reduction. We envisage that early next week, this meeting should come on between the ministry, the committee, and multi-choice. Remember, it's not just about safeguarding the interest of consumers. We also need to safeguard the interest of businesses doing business in Ghana, and it's the reason why it's critical. Somebody said, why now? why has it taken us a long time? That's the answer that I gave. We are not micromanagers. We wait and see. We do our oversight behind the scene, but now that we realize that there's a deadlock, because the minister came to announce in the presence of others, some snippets of information also came out that multi-choice say that's not the issue. Later, they also came out with another statement affirming what the minister says. So we believe that this is the time to come in.
Okay, please.
Thank you. I think largely you've answered many of the questions that I think that you asked, but then just to throw more light again on it, is the committee really proactive? Because if the minister has announced the conclusion of the meeting between multi-choice and then the ministry, and as you speak now, your committee itself has divided into two, NPP and NDC, and both have stated their position. So you are now calling on the two parties to come to your committee is already divided. What kind of results are we going to see as Ghanaians?
Yeah, of course. Call for the minister to resign. Okay, yeah. All right, sure.
Hello, sir. Quick one. So we also know that multi-choice has new ownership in Ghana. Is the committee minded to engage this new ownership as part of your negotiations with them? And in your address today, we hear you say price reduction, price reduction. One major concern for the minority, and as we also heard from the minister, was that there was an increased value and not necessarily a price reduction. So are you able to clarify on the decision you made as thank you?
Okay.
My name is Charles. I also work with Saga. One of the arguments the minority raised was that the minister lacked emotional intelligence in the way he had dealt with the DStv matter. Do you think that the minister for communication should be the one announcing increase in value for a private company, the way he has led these discussions? Because he was the one that announced the increases in value for a private company. Should he be the one doing this, not the company itself?
You take the last one.
Okay.
Thank you very much. My name is Kevin Akolo. I report for Parliament News to Mr. Stable. From the answers that you've given, it appears that this issue has not come before your committee at all. But from what the minority gave us, it appears that something has come before them and they advised the minister not to toe the line that he has told, that they told him that he was going to hit the brick wall. But that aside, one of the issues that came up is that DStv had concerns with taxes, that because the taxes are so high, they are unable to reduce to the percentage that the minister was seeking. Because when you compare Nigeria to Ghana, they were being charged about 7%, and then Ghana, the taxes on it is about 28%. Is there any concern in that area? And what is the, has this concern actually come to you from DStv for address?
We'll take responses.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, the committee is not divided. If you listen to us clearly, this press conference is occasioned by the call on the minister to resign. We have decided not to delve into the DStv matters in total. Because we are actually trying to get involved to get them on board, to get the ministry and the DStv. So we are not divided. You may not be aware, but for the past 4 days, the communications committee has been engaging agencies under the ministry. The first point of our call was the minister. We asked him for a briefing on this. And the communications committee is both minority and majority. In fact, yesterday, our brother, the honorable member who addressed the press, left us at GIFEC with no information and rushed here to come and address. So it tells you we are already working. We are, yes, you see. So we are not divided. We believe that we need to protect the consumer and also protect business interests. It's critical. On the question of Canal Plus taking over DStv and the fact that, well, we know, Canal Plus has acquired a majority share in DStv, but it doesn't make multi-choice or DStv redundant. They are still active, and they are still the players that we need to engage now. So, in fact, these issues, as you are with you were with us at the ministry. I think the minister clarified this issue very clearly. And then there was the question about the price. The minister lacking emotional intelligence. He's the minister for communication. He's the chief officer as far as the communication sector is concerned. All the mobile network operators, apart from Telecel, they are supposed to be they are private. Most of the actors in the sector are in the private sector. Most of the actors are in the private sector. So the minister has the right. He's got the law behind him to be the one to announce, because after all the technical staff, they've put everything together. He's the right to come out. And remember that the technical committee that met before the minister came to announce these prices did not only comprise of politicians, it also comprised of technical people in the ministry. As to whether our taxes are high or low, it all informed the arrangement that they rate. And in fact, in the minister's press statement, he referenced the presence of the MD. The MD, the African MD of MultiChoice, doesn't reside in Ghana. He came purposely for that particular meeting. So, give and take, all the things have been put together. That's why we call for this, the minister called for the reductions. I'm sure our engagement with the minister and MultiChoice, for the first time, we will get a middle group, a middle entity to intervene. I'm not sure we are late as a committee in coming in, because, as I said, we offer oversight responsibility. We don't offer management responsibility under the Ministry of Communication and its agencies. So we believe this is the right time.
Thank you very much. This brings us close to the press conference. We are grateful for your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Of course.
Tony.
But you can't do the juice. You can't do. Yes. Yo. Abusianfo I'm free media houses. Abeka yensa. E beda mo ase anopa yi say.
You had the majority members on the Parliamentary Committee on Information and Communications responding to an earlier press conference yesterday by the minority on this same committee. The minority had demanded the dismissal or resignation of the Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, Samuel Nate George, but the majority caucus, or majority members on the committee, addressing the press, led by Suleiman Adama rather, insist or dismiss the call for the resignation of Samuel Nate George. They explained that per the negotiations and engagements with DStv, nothing untoward has happened or has been done. Ghanaians have not been shortchanged. Indeed, they have been offered an increased value regarding DStv subscriptions and bouquets. And so calls for the dismissal or resignation of Samuel Nate George should be disregarded. We'll bring you updates in our subsequent bulletins right here on ChannelOne Television. I am Nanatu Boateng. Many thanks for your time.